Happy New Year!
We have missed you so much.
We have missed you like crazy cakes. Welcome to All Things Good with me, Oscar Jacques.
And me, Aron and Oscar. And today's episode is a movie special.
It is a movie special.
Yeah. To celebrate how 2013 is going to be a great year for movies.
It is, but first of all, how was your New Year, Aaron? What happened?
Fantastic. I went to Comrie, which they do a good thing. What was that?
Yes,
they do a good thing. But the one bad thing about Comrie was they told us that Gerard Butler was going to be there, but he never showed up.
He never showed up.
No, he was supposed to do the countdown, but it ended up just being an old man who passed the microphone and said, "Do it, do it."
Are you sure it wasn't just Gerard Butler, older?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
How was your New Year?
Thank you for asking. I thought you never would. Every year I usually just stay at home, but this year I actually went out to a friend's house with my mum and my dad, and it was a bit of a gathering there, and it was nice. It was the first time I've been out of the house for New Year in a long time, so yeah, it was fun. I had mulled wine, and I had some beer, and I had this blue wicked, which is apparently called puff juice, according to my friends, which, yeah. But one thing that I was kind of embarrassed about is the fact that only in the last couple of months, did I realise that Wicked was the same as WKD. I was like, oh, I get it.
You are a man.
I am a man.
Where that came out of. Anyway. Movies.
Movies. Right. So, some of the new movies that have come out recently, over in 2012 have been really good, but 2013 we have reason to believe is going to be even better. At the end of last year, Life of Pi came out, which I went and saw last weekend, I think it was. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the trailers, as I've said, with The Hobbit, but I think it looks really good.
It's very good.
The only thing that strikes me about it is it's a guy who gets shipwrecked, yes, then he's on an island, yeah, opens the cover, there's a tiger. Realistically, tiger would eat him. That'd be the story over. But you can try and explain to me why that didn't happen.
It's kind of, it's an odd concept to get your head around. It's kind of like, I think the message at the end of it, I think it was like, if you believe in God, you will believe one story, or you'd like to believe one story, and if you don't believe in God, you believe in the other. It's quite an odd film, but I mean, it was very good. The story was fantastic. The acting was very, very good. But the only thing that I sort of didn't... It's not that I didn't like it, it's just that it was a very CG-driven movie. You could tell all the animals... Yeah, CGI.
Oh, I see. No.
You could tell the animals were all, computer-generated things. But, I mean, the thing is, though, it didn't really matter because it was really good acting and really good story. And that, to be honest, they're the only things that really matter in a film.
Just... clarify this. What is happening when the whale goes and it's all glowing? I was like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
A glowing whale? No way.
There was, I don't know, it's probably one of those sea mysteries that probably isn't a mystery, but is a mystery to us. But
I didn't explain it.
Well, there was just this, it was just a whale there, I guess. But
is there much speech?
But actually, there's a lot more than I thought there'd be, given the fact that he has no one to talk to. It's very sort of... there's a lot of inner monologue going on.
I thought the tiger would eventually speak, be like, if he's in the boat and then the fishing and then it hasn't been speaking for days, the tiger would just go, yes, rubbish.
The tiger knows English. Do you know what the tiger is called?
Bagheera. Okay.
No.
Shiba.
No, the tiger is actually called Richard Parker. That is the name of the tiger in Life of Pi.
Why?
Because apparently the guy, I think it was the guy who was giving the tiger to the zoo, their names got mixed up, so the guy who gave it was called what the tiger was called, and the guy who actually gave it, Richard Parker, his name was given to the tiger instead.
What was the tiger's name? Because he's going to have a really neat name, like Stripey.
Fluffy.
Fluffy is out.
But yes, so to anybody listening to this, if you have not seen Life of Pi, I would definitely recommend going to see it, because although it may be a very sort of CG run movie.
Well,
I suppose it's very good.
You say it's CG. It's up for a Best Picture Oscar.
It is up for Best Picture, but that
Oscar
doesn't.
or whatever. I don't know. Academy. I don't know. You
Yeah,
explain.
yeah, it's an Academy Award, an Oscar.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nominated for Best Picture, which is what we're going to talk about now. We're going to talk about some of the Oscar nominations that have happened. So, Best Picture, like we said, Life of Pi is one of them, directed by Ang Lee. Argo, I don't really know much about Argo. Who's in it? I've forgotten his name.
I have no idea.
It'll come back to me.
I've never heard it.
Lincoln, which is a Steven Spielberg film with Daniel Day-Lewis as Lincoln, which looks freaking amazing, and I really want to go see that.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Kind of just looks like a history lesson if you're an American. I'm not an American. I don't like history.
Well, I see where you're coming from, but not really. I don't know. It seems like quite an interesting movie. Yeah, it's all about the abolition of slavery and things like that.
Oh, great.
So, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, then there is a new film called Django Unchained.
Django.
Django.
Don't pronounce the D.
You don't pronounce the D, but it's Django Unchained, which was directed by...
I don't know. Oh, it's coming back to me. Nah. Not a clue. Maybe it was the tiger from Life of Pi.
No, what's his name?
I don't know.
He was on Graham Norton last night, and I've completely forgotten his name.
Whoa.
Quentin Tarantino. How could I forget Quentin Tarantino?
Cool.
Anyway,
Jeez.
so yeah, Django Unchained, directed by Quentin Tarantino, also has Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
All right.
Who is one of my all-time favourite actors.
He's very good.
So I'm very looking forward to that, even though I hardly know the story at all.
I did watch Titanic over Christmas. Did you?
Did you? No, I haven't.
Did you see it?
I've never seen
it. It's very good.
Is it?
Yeah. Have you not?
No.
What? You've not seen Titanic?
I've not seen Titanic.
At all?
The movie, ever, no.
You say you're a Leonardo DiCaprio fan?
Yeah, I've never seen Titanic.
What?
I know.
And usually it's me saying I haven't seen anything, and now it's you. Well, you better see it.
I will. I mean, we've got it in the house. I'll watch it after.
It is slightly depressing though.
Yeah, it is. But
how do you know you haven't seen it?
Well, I've read the reviews, man. I've read the reviews. Anyway, next on Best Picture is Les Miserables, which I am going to see tomorrow, or if you're listening to this the day it comes out, today, or if you're listening to this the day it comes out, I've already seen it, and it was probably really good because it looks amazing. It's got such a good cast. What is it? Hugh Jackman,
Hathaway,
Russell Crowe, Anne Hathaway,
person from Mamma Mia.
What's his name? The guy who was Thingy in Thingy.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah, Eddie Redmayne. That's the dude. And then Helena Bonham Carter and Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh really?
Are going to be in it, and it's star-studded cast, and it's going to be amazing. But one of the things, I mean, Les Miserables is one of the best musicals, if not the best musical ever made.
Is it French?
It is French, yes.
Oh.
But what is different about this film than any other musical that's existed before it in film land is the way that they recorded the songs. They recorded them all live while they were filming. So they didn't redub them except for the first song because there was like water everywhere. But in all the other ones, they're actually singing live.
Wow.
At that point, which it's never been done before, I don't think, and it looks like it's going to be really, really good. The only bad thing I've heard about this movie so far is Russell Crowe's singing, but even that I don't think it's going to be terrible.
Well, it's not. No, they wouldn't cast him if he was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think he'll more than make up for it because he's a phenomenal actor. Anyway, they are in line for Best Picture: Life of Pi, Argo, Lincoln, Django Unchained, and Les Miserables. Next is actors in a leading role. If you would like to read these out, Aaron.
Well, we got Bradley Cooper from Silver Linings, Daniel Day-Lewis from Lincoln. He's the guy who plays Lincoln, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He looks very good.
Yeah, he even looks like Lincoln anyway.
He does, and he sounds... Well, I don't know his accent. I've never heard him, but he sounds like a Lincoln in the trailers. And Hugh Jackman from Les Mis you put on.
Les Miserables.
And you
They're only 3 of the actors in a leading role, but they do look very good. Bradley Cooper, brilliant actor.
Yep.
Silver Linings with Jennifer Lawrence, although I have no idea what the movie is about.
Nope.
It looks very good. Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln, which we've already talked about, which looks very good. And Hugh Jackman, as we just talked about in Les Mis, who is actually... People were very surprised that he was such a good singer, but I think he's done things like that before. He's done... He did a lot of musical theatre before. Also, talking about Les Mis, one of the actresses in a supporting role category is Anne Hathaway, who is only in Les Mis for about 15 minutes overall, apparently, but she's already nominated for an Oscar in it because all the critics were saying she was really, really good. I mean, she is a good actress.
She's on the posters and everything. She's on buses.
Yeah,
I've seen an exhaust fume as her nostril. She's on so many buses. Seriously.
But she's a really good actress. I mean, she's very she's very adaptable. Because you always think of her in this sort of, not chick flick, because...
Poncy.
Kind of the word I'm looking for,
Singing, but when you don't need to.
But, like, I saw her last year in The Dark Knight Rises, and she was so good as Catwoman. You would not expect that. I was not expecting that at all, but she was extremely good.
I don't like her with short hair, though.
Yeah, but actually, another thing, in Les Mis, when her character gets her hair cut really short, that's actually happening... her hair is getting cut. Hair is getting cut in the movie for the first time. They're actually cutting it.
That's quite good.
It's quite cool. Another category in the Academy Awards is production design, which is for The Hobbit by Peter Jackson, adapted from the book The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien.
We've talked enough about that.
We have talked enough about that. Go and look at the first episode of All Things Good and you will be able to hear all about our views on The Hobbit. Les Mis, which we have been talking about endlessly, Life of Pi, which we talked about at the start, and Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis. That looks really good. Production design is very big. It's something I could never do, because it's like... It's the design for every set, isn't it? Production design. It's everything. The thing is, Life of Pi, most of it...
It's an island.
Most of it is actually at sea itself. So most of it is like green screen. So I'm kind of confused about that. But I'm sure that it's either I didn't watch the movie properly, or I don't know what production design means. Probably
doesn't
both.
matter.
But yeah, they are some of the people in some of the categories for the Oscars, which I think is being hosted. The Oscars is being hosted again by Seth MacFarlane, who created Family Guy.
The Oscars?
The Oscars, he's presenting the Oscars, apparently.
Well, I know he's good, but I mean...
Oh, he's hilarious, though.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant. He does Peter, he does Stewie, he does Brian. He does...
Brian.
He does... That's it. Oh.
Still working on that novel, Brian. Still working on that novel.
You can't go higher than that.
I can't do it. I'm a growing boy. Anyway, okay. So, seeing as this is very film related, we're going to be talking about our favourite movies today.
Can I ask you, Oscar, what is your favourite movie/movies?
It's difficult. It is difficult because there are so many good movies. And only a few of which I have seen. There's so much more to be seen. But of all the movies I've ever watched, I think if I had to narrow it down, I could narrow it down to 2 movies, which would be Singing in the Rain with Gene Kelly, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Brilliant. Because Ferris Bueller's Day Off is so awesome. Good. But I couldn't...
I haven't seen Singing in the Rain. I have seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but...
It's Matthew Broderick.
Is this a musical?
It is. Yes. Oh, Singing in the Rain is a musical. Right. It's so good. It's all about the transition from silent into sound movies. I'll read you the blurb here. Silent movies are giving way to talking pictures, and a hoof-returned matinee idol, Gene Kelly, is caught in that bumpy transition, as well as his buddy, Donald O'Connor, prospective ladylove, Debbie Reynolds, and shrewish co-star, Gene Hagen?
Shrewish? What's that?
It's...
Shrewland.
Like a shrew. Gene Hagen.
Gene Hagen. That's a very Scottish name, isn't it? Gene Hagen.
Gene Hagen.
Have you seen Hagen? No, I've seen Gene though.
But I must ask you now, Aaron. Now that we have talked about mine, what are your favourite movies?
Well, movie. I'm gonna say movie because
Movie?
I used to absolutely. Well, I still do. I haven't watched it in a while though. I used to absolutely love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the new one.
The new one.
Not
Willy Wonka's
not
Chocolate
Willy
Factory.
Wonka's Chocolate Factory because
That was a good.
it was
film,
good,
though.
but I mean when you see I saw the new one before I saw the old one.
Yeah.
So I thought the old one. Oh, that's really rubbish. The Oompa Loompas are orange. They should be whatever they were.
I don't know, man. I loved Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory because I don't know. It's a classic.
No, it's a classic, but classic sometimes can be beaten sometimes. And it was.
I mean, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory was very good. It
Brilliant.
had Johnny Depp, wasn't it? It was a Tim Burton film.
I tell you, he used to have he had purple gloves in the movie. So for Christmas that year, I loved his purple gloves. So I said, can I get some washing up gloves just to wear and be so I could do the noise?
Did you get them?
Yeah, I got them.
You got purple washing up gloves?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And they were skin tight.
Seriously?
Yeah, so I was like,
Did your parents understand why you wanted them?
No.
No.
That's my. Are you going to do the old washing up son or something? It's like, no. It's like, are you alright? It's like, no.
No.
I just love
There's
Charlie and the
something
Chocolate
wrong with me.
At Christmas, which we dealt with last podcast, you do tend to watch a lot of movies because the people are off on TV. So what they do is they show movies. So, Oscar, what movies did you watch over the?
I watched
Christmas?
a lot of movies. Well,
Highlights.
a sort of Christmas is kind of an indulgence for me because I got a lot of DVDs and I bought a lot of DVDs for my family members so that I could watch the DVDs.
Yeah.
So I got, how many DVDs did I get over, not just Christmas, but over the Christmas break? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
11.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because Singing in the Rain, which I got for Christmas in the DVD, which is amazing. Yeah, so I got 12 DVDs over Christmas, 9 of which I have seen now. I had seen a few of them, but I haven't seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy yet, which I want to go through in an entire day. But that included Inception, which I got from my brother, with Leo DiCaprio, which was amazing, really, really good. Super 8, by J.J. Abrams, it was produced by Steven Spielberg, which I was very disappointed with, actually. It gotten so many reviews and I didn't think there was much story to it. The Hunger Games with Jennifer Lawrence from Silver Linings, which is a brilliant.
Which me and Oscar did have a romantic moment at the cinema.
Yeah, we did.
We saw it together.
We went and saw that because we were out with 2 of our friends and then they left, so we were left to go and see the Hunger Games together, and it was very romantic until people started getting killed, and then.
Yeah,
you know.
we were chatting. We were like, what if in this very cinema everyone was gone Hunger Games? Would you kill me? And Oscar said no. I said, oh, I would. And it was really awkward.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, it's exactly what happened. Remember?
Well, our relationship has changed a little bit since then, and I would most definitely kill you.
Oh, well, the times have changed. I watched the ITV2 constantly.
Yeah.
Because they streamed good movies.
Movies.
They streamed King Kong. I watched the entirety of.
Peter Jackson, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good.
It's got Jack Black in it. I've never seen King Kong, but
I thought Jack Black. His role wasn't what he normally does. It was sort of serious, but kind of Jack Black. You know, he's normally doing School of Rock stuff. But I don't know if he fitted that role well. But anyway, and I watched Jurassic Park 3. They are my favourite.
See, I've never seen the sequel. I've only ever seen Jurassic Park.
I think Jurassic Park 3 might be my favourite movie. Maybe I should. No, maybe.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to watch it all the time.
I mean, it's just that very rarely are sequels better or as good as their originals. Like, I mean, obviously, like Shrek 2 was amazing.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 was fantastic. Maybe even better than the first one.
Yeah.
But I mean, very rarely do you get sequels that are much better than.
There wasn't much. I mean, I like them all the same. Go through your list of Christmas DVDs.
Yeah, I will go through my list. I got Inception, like I said, Super 8, The Hunger Games, The Amazing Spider-Man, the new one that's come out, War Horse, directed by Steven Spielberg, Shutter Island, also another Leo DiCaprio one, Lord of the Rings 1, 2 and 3, which is what is it? Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. And I got the Men in Black, not the trilogy. I just got the first two, and I want to get the third one soon, which my brother has seen, which looks good. And I also got Singing in the Rain.
That's brilliant.
Yes. So, there are a lot of movies that are coming out this year, which we're going to go through very, very quickly because we are running out of time. So if you haven't seen these, we would definitely recommend going to see them.
Cold tea, not nice.
Cold tea.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. So we've got Les Miserables, which we talked about today. Django Unchained by Quentin Tarantino. Yep. Lincoln by Steven Spielberg, featuring Daniel Day-Lewis. The Great Gatsby, which I didn't talk about today, but is probably my favourite book of all time, or at least one of them. Definitely in the top 3, and that's featuring Leonardo DiCaprio, as well as Carey Mulligan, which looks fantastic. She's a brilliant actress. Life of Pi, directed by Ang Lee, with some dude in it and a tiger. And Argo, whose name, like the main character.
You know, his name is actually Dickens.
Dickens.
Dickens, yeah.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I don't know anything about Argo. There's that moment. There's that moment.
The director and main character of Argo, I cannot remember his name, but it does look like a very good film.
Well, thank you very much for listening to this movie special.
Yes, it's been quite long today, but it's actually been very good material.
Yes.
I think.
It's better than our crazy Christmas episode last week.
Crazy, that was terrible. Go watch it, it's hilarious.
Go listen.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Thank you very much for watching All Things Good with me, Oscar Jack.
And me, Aaron Docker. Give us a like on Facebook, by the way.
Yes, give us a like. And we're probably going to be putting this up on YouTube, which we haven't been doing recently, but, there's time limitations on SoundCloud and on YouTube. A lot more people have accounts. A lot more people will go and listen to it. And it's just easier because you don't have any time limitations.
It won't be as a video, but it's still, you can still
You'll have artwork and stuff
on
it. So, yes. Thank you, and I love you.
I love you so much.
You never call anymore.
You are the... Ooh, I do. You're the best, guys.
Thank you. Yeah.
Kisses.
I love you. Bye.
Thanks for watching.
I love you.
We're not on air. Fuck.